Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Math 10C, Chapter 4, Section 3, Factoring Trinomials. So, if I give you x squared plus 4x plus 3, and ask you to factor it, that is, break down, go backwards. It was x plus something times x plus something originally. What was it before you multiplied it out? Well, a couple ways to do it. One way that's actually really neat is if you go, oh, so you can't see that, x squared, x, 1, 1, 1. That's x squared plus 4x plus 3 using the algebra tiles. Note you make a rectangle, and that's the important point. You make a rectangle out of it. What are your sides? Well, this is x. This is 1, 2, 3, x plus 3. And this is x and 1. And if you don't believe me, FOIL it. X times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x. 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times 1 is 3, or x squared plus 4x plus 3. Okay? So, these algebra tiles are quite neat for factoring. Unfortunately, you have to have them in front of you, and if you're watching this video, you probably don't. If you want to, get some post-it notes and cut them out, or a piece of paper and cut them out. That works quite well. I do have good sets in class I can share with you when you're here. Now, a couple more examples like this. I need you to build a rectangle. So, this is x squared. This is an x, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is actually x squared plus 5x plus 4. Now, can we rearrange that to form a square, or sorry, a rectangle? Well, the key here are usually the 4. I can go 2 times 2 is 4. Now, can I go no. No, that doesn't work that way. So it's not 2 times 2. What's the other factor 4? 4 times 1. So if I go like this, can I make a rectangle? Yes, I can. And what have I got here? That's x plus 4. And this is x times 1. Sorry, x plus 1. Now, does that work? Let's see. Well, x times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 1 is 4. Yes. 1x and 4x is 5x. Yes, that works. So, I should be a little more specific here. That is not as neat as it could be. X plus 4, x plus 1. So, as long as we can make a rectangle from our tiles, we can factor it nicely. Now, one more example. Try this. Can we make a rectangle from this? Well, we have x squared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. So what are the factors of 6? These little tiles here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Go like this. 2, 3, 4. Poop. Doesn't work. So we try again. What's another factor of 6? Well, it's 1 and 6, or 2 times 3. We rearrange. You shazbot. When people are watching, stop that. Woohoo! That works. So this is x, 1, 2, x plus 3, and, excuse me, this is x plus 2. So check that. X times x is x, oh sorry, I should be showing you. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times 2 is 6. So 2x plus 3x is 5. So yes, we get that answer. That works. Now that's one way to factor. And that works well. The tiles. Unfortunately, we don't have the tiles, and a lot of people don't like this tactile stuff. Well, that's fine. It's what works for you guys. I'm going to show you a different way. Now, here, do you remember a couple lessons back we did the rectangle? Well, here's the rectangle again. So v squared plus 12v plus 20. That's v plus something and v plus something. Now, to specify, the two numbers, blank and blank, must add together to be 12, and they must multiply together to be 20. Right? Now, sometimes I write it out matching like this, but I really do prefer the rectangle here. The more I do it, the more I like it. So v, this is v squared, 12v, excuse me, and 20. So, what numbers add together to be 12? Well, that could be 1 and 12, 2 and 10, 3 and 9, right, but multiply together to be 20. Now, what are the factors of 20? 1 and 20. Does that work? No. 2 and 10. X plus 2x plus 10. That would be 10v and 2v. 2v and 10v is 12v. So yes, that works. X plus 2, sorry, v plus 2, v plus 10. 210, 210. Now, as I said, this matching thing works. The more I do this, the more I like the rectangle. So I'm just going to do, well, the rectangle mostly from here on in. So x squared plus 10x plus 16. That is x plus something times x plus something. Now, you notice I put two of them here because we're going to be guessing and checking. So what are the factors of 16? 1 and 16. All right, so as I was saying, sorry, guessing and checking. Now, the factors of 16. 1 and 16, I don't think so. But what about 2 and 8? X plus 2, x plus 8. X times x is x squared. 2x, 8x, 16, 8 and 2 is 10. Yes, so that works. That's x plus 2 times x plus 8. Now, here, it's a lot of guessing and checking. That's why I gave you two of them. And you'll see sometimes I screwed up, and I gave you lots of space. You can do this more, or do more of these boxes, rectangles. Now, some people prefer the matches. Some people prefer the boxes. Don't really care as long as you can get an answer. Now, x minus 2 times x minus 8. X. Now, two numbers that add together to be minus 2, that could be anything. But what multiplies together to be minus 8? Well, squared minus 2x minus 8. Now, what are the factors of plus 8? 1 and 8 and 4 and 2. Okay? Now, to make it minus 8, one of them has to be negative. So how about x plus 4, x minus 2? Okay? So this is x. This gives us 4x minus 2x. Nope. That gives us plus 2x, so that doesn't work. So it's not x plus 4 and x minus 2. Could be. What about x minus 4, x plus 2? That gives us minus 4x. X times 2 is plus 2x. 2x minus 4x. Yes, that works. So x minus 4, x plus 2. Double checking. Minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. Minus 4 times 2 is minus 8. So yes, the matching works, but I do prefer the rectangles. So from here on in, I think I'm going to be doing straight rectangles. If you guys understand this, you certainly don't have to watch every example, but I'm going to do a bunch of them as practice. So, z squared minus z minus 48. This is z times something times z times something. So, z squared minus 2z minus 48. I tend to write my z's with a slash through, or z's through them, slash, because you smear it, it kind of looks like a 7. Anyway, z squared minus 2z minus 48. Now the key here is minus 48. What are the factors of plus 48? And here you go back to the multiplication tables I was having you working on. 1 times 48, 2 times 24, 3 times 3 times 16, 4 times 12, 5 doesn't work, 6 times 8, and yeah, you stop there, because then you start repeating yourself, you get to 8, and it's times 6. Now, that still gives us a bunch of options. 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, 6 and 8. Now, I sometimes have to write them out. So minus 1 and 48, or 1 and minus 48. Minus 2 and 24, 2 and minus 24. Minus 3 and 16, or 3 and minus 16. 4 and minus 4 and 12, or 4 and minus 12. Minus 6 and 8, or 6 and minus 8. Now, which combination of those numbers gives us minus 2? 6 minus 8. So if I go z minus 8, z plus 6, 6z minus 8z, this is minus 2. Yes, that's x minus 8. Sorry, z minus 8, z plus 6. Now, I did that kind of quickly. The advantage of having lots of coffee. Now, notice what I did was I made a list of all the factors. Some people like listing, some people like guessing and checking. Sometimes with numbers like when you have lots of possibilities like this, making a list of the factoring helps. So as I said, I'm trying to come up with a cheating shortcut for you guys. I'm going to be quiet. So, d squared minus 12d plus 35. So two numbers that add together to be minus 12 and multiply together to be 35. So, d squared minus 12d plus 35. Now, here's a sneaky trick. Notice it's plus 35, but it's minus 12d, means both numbers are negative. So what are the factors of 35? 1 and 35, okay, or 5 and 7. Which one of these, minus 5 and minus 7, which one of these would that be minus 12? I think d minus 5 and d minus 7. Okay, double checking. Minus 5 minus 7 minus 5 times minus, yes, minus 5 minus 7 is minus 12. Minus 5 times minus 7 is plus 35. So, lots of variations on this. Matching, make a list of all the possibilities, guessing and checking, whatever works for you guys. Now, I really do like these rectangles, so I'm going to do a few more of these. I actually have a bunch of them to do. Then we're going to go on and I'll show you a few tricks. So, z squared minus 8z, God help me, x squared minus 8x minus 7. So this is x squared minus 8x plus 7. So, what are the factors of 7? Plus 1, plus 7. 7x, 1x. That gives us plus 8x. That's wrong. What are the other factors of plus 7? Yes, x minus 1 is minus 7. It'd be minus x minus 7x. Add together to be minus 8. And minus 1 times, yes. So this is x minus 1 times x minus 7. All right? So I do like these rectangles with guessing and checking. But I do some of the factoring in my head. As I said, if you guys got this, skip ahead, I don't mind. I'm going to do one more with you, then we're going to do a bunch where you pause the recording and we check our answers. Okay? So, a squared plus 7a minus 18. A squared plus 7a minus 18. A. Now, what are the factors of minus 18? Well, 18 is 1 and 18, 2 and 9, or 3 and 6. So I'm going to go 2 and 9 are the only ones that work. X plus 9, sorry, a minus 2. Minus 2a, 9a. Yes. This is a plus 9 times a minus 2. Now here I want to point out, does it matter the order you write it in? No, because if you're foiling it, multiplying it, doesn't matter the order. So both those work, I don't care. As long as you can get the answer and make your 9 neat enough it looks like a 9, not an A. All right? Now, the next few, how can I be confusing? Well, write it backwards just to hurt your brain. Now, once you got this one, I'm going to be quiet. You guys pause the recording. We'll come back and compare answers. Okay? Okay. D squared minus 5d minus 24 written like that. I went factors of minus 24, 6 and minus 6 and 4, and that didn't work. That gives me minus d, not minus 5d. So I went factors of minus 24. How about minus 8 and plus 3? That gives me minus 5 when added together, and that works. So this is d minus 8, d plus 3. That's what I'm looking for. And yes, guessing and checking. So let's pause the recording again. Okay, I tried minus 30 and 7. I thought 3 and minus 10, but that doesn't work. That gives me minus 7. Minus 10m plus 3m is minus 7, so that's wrong. Then I went, oh, m minus 3, m plus 10. And that is minus 3m plus 10m is plus 7m, and minus 3 times 10 is minus 30. So that works. All right? So let's do a few more of these. Standard trick. Sorry. Factor the trinomial with a common factor, then its binomial factors. So how can I be sneaky here? Well, either a word question or there's an extra number in here. 4x squared plus 4x minus 48. You can factor that as is, but can you simplify? Notice I gave you the hint here, common factor. So what's common to 4 and 4 and 48? 4. So we can divide everything here by 4. So it's 4 times, now that's an x squared plus x. Now 48 divided by 4 is minus 12. So this is x squared plus x minus 12 I have to factor. That's much easier. What times what gives me x squared? X. Now, two numbers that multiply together to be minus 12 and add to be 1. Well, plus 3 minus 4 minus 4x 3. Nope, that's minus x, not plus x, so I got that backwards. X minus 3, x plus 4, x squared plus x minus 12. Let's double check that. Minus 3x, 4x, 4 minus 3 is 1x, plus 1x. Make that a little neater. It's 1x minus 3 times 4 minus 12. So yes, so this is 4 times x minus 3 times x plus 4. So that's about as hard as I can make it. Okay? Oh yeah, a couple more examples, then we'll go on. So next one, minus 5h squared minus 20h plus 60. And as I just said, factoring. What's common to minus 5, minus 5, minus 20, and 60? The biggest number I can factor out is minus 5. Now, minus 5 divided by minus 5 is 1, or h squared. Minus 20 divided by minus 5 is plus 4. 60 divided by minus 5, I be minus 12, I think. Grab your calculator and check. 60 divided by minus 5. Now, I do it 5 times what is 60. That's why we do the multiplication tables. 5 times 12 is plus 60. Minus 5 times minus 12 is plus 60. So we're factoring h squared plus 4h minus 12. So two numbers that multiply together to be minus 12 and add together to be plus 4. So here, remember, one's positive, one's negative. You multiply a positive and negative to get a negative number. One of them is, the positive one is bigger. So 1 and 12 doesn't work. 2 and 6. Oh, 2 and 6. H plus 6, H minus 2. Minus 2H plus 6H. 6H. Yes, that works. So minus 5 times H plus 6 times H minus 2. Yes! All right? Now, a couple more. If you guys have got this, go do the check your understanding, but I'm going to do a couple more. Now, minus 4t squared minus 16t plus 128. I'm going to pause the recording. We'll come back and compare answers, okay? Okay. Now, first thing I did was divide everything by minus 4. So minus 4t squared divided by minus 4 is 1t squared. Minus 16t divided by minus 4, or minus 16 divided by minus 4 is plus 4. 128 divided by minus 4, I had to grab Mr. Calculator, and I got minus 32. So t squared plus 4t minus 32. And I thought two numbers that add together to be, or multiply together to be 32 and add together to be 4. I thought 8 and 4. So I went t minus 8 and t plus 4, and that didn't work because minus 8t plus 4 is minus 4. So that's wrong. So then I went t plus 8 and t minus 4, and I got t squared minus 4t plus 8t, which becomes 14 total, minus 32. So this is minus 4 times t plus 8 times t minus 4. All right? That's how that goes. So, last one? Yes, last one. So, once again, let's pause the recording. We'll come back and we'll compare answers. Okay. So, I divided everything by 7. And I got 7c squared minus 5c plus 6. Right down here. Then I went 6 is 1 and 6 or 2 and 3. The only way to get minus 5, well, I thought minus 6 and 1. But I thought, let's try minus 3 minus 2 first, and it works. That becomes c squared minus 3c minus 2c, which add together to become minus 5c plus 6. Woohoo! So it's not bad with a little practice. Now, I realize I'm doing this a little faster than you guys, but I've been doing this since a long time ago, before you were born. For some of you, before your parents were born. Shut up. All right, so that's how it goes. If you're having trouble with this, watch the video again, look at the examples, try the examples with me. If you've got no, or you can always shoot me an email. Otherwise, work on the check your understanding questions, and I'll talk to you in class about this tomorrow. Have fun.